Good morning, Ushaben. Good morning, Chunibhai.
Good morning.
Happy to have you back again and to share with us some of your remembrances of the early days and especially some anecdotes about the elder sadhaks that you knew. You have known many of them in the time
Yes.
you have been here, so please do share with us some of their stories.
I'll tell you the story of Pradyuta. So once his company was making a bridge over the Ganges, and after some construction it used to collapse. Then it happened twice, thrice. Then he came here and he told the mother, "Mother, this is happening." So mother said, "Did you take the permission of the Ganges to make a bridge over it?" So he said, "Mother, in that outside world nobody believes like that," but mother said that is the reason. So she gave some of her things and said that you put it into the Ganges and say that allow us to have a bridge over you. And Pradyuta, he went there, kept it, he didn't tell anything to anybody, and then from then onwards the construction started and it worked out very well. And everybody started praising that because of him. He said, "In my heart I said, not because of me, because of the mother, because she knew the cause of all these things."
Oh, how beautiful. And tell us some other stories.
Then I'll tell you about Bulada. Once it was his birthday and he was not in proper mood. So he sent a word to the mother, that "Mother, I will not come today, but I will come tomorrow." She said, "No, today itself you have to come." And when he went up, she had kept everything ready for him. She could understand that he was very much disturbed. Then she said that, "Come on, come with me, I'll play music for you." And she started playing music, keeping his head in her lap. And he said the way in which she played the music, as if all the ego and all these things were melted. And he wept so bitterly that after the music was over, when she was caressing, he just looked up and saw that mother's sari had become wet. So he said very apologetically, "Mother, I have made your sari spoiled." She said, "It doesn't matter. You have become all right, that's all."
Oh. What do you remember about Nolini? Did you meet him?
Yes, I met him. I met him quite a few times, but he used to be quite reserved, so I could not talk much with him.
And Amrita?
Yes, Amrita, I used to be frequently meeting him. Huh?
Sarna, this affair you tell.
It so happened that I was new and I didn't know that there was a rule in the ashram that after 9 o'clock you cannot play music or you cannot do anything. So we were doing practice of sitar. And Sahanadi got disturbed. I never knew that she has got insomnia. And next day she complained. And she wrote a letter to the mother. And Usha did like this. And Amritsara called me. And he said that Usha, he took the letter and he read it. And he called me and he said that you should not do this. They are elderly people. I said, she never told me and I did not know the rule of the ashram because I was a newcomer. If she would have just come and told me that Usha don't play, I would have stopped it because I have not come here to disobey anybody. But I felt so much hurt that I wept bitterly and I wrote a letter to the mother. To these senior sadhaks, they always know how to complain, but they never come and tell me what is the thing to be done. And I felt so sorry, I wept so bitterly, I could not sleep. So the letter I had given to Vasudhaben. And Vasudhaben was about to read when mother and Vasudhaben are in the bathroom. So she said that, no, you keep it, afternoon I will see. Then afternoon when Amrita came, she gave that letter to Amrita, in which I had written everything for Amrita only. So he was, so mother said, poor child, I will not tell her anything. Let them manage themselves. So Amritsada was very much shocked because everything against him only I had written.
Oh.
That he scolded me and he called me and said, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. He never asked me what I did. He just went on bombarding me only. And Amritsada felt so sad. Next day he came and he didn't look at me for 2 days. But that was the days of the mother.
What about Akka? Akka, Vasudha.
So,
કેવી રીતે એ કરતા એમની સાથે how she used to deal with us.
Yes.
Before Kumudben, Vasudhaben used to be in charge with the mother. And we were very friendly with her. So we used to make gowns for the mother. And she was an expert embroiderer. And we were just the beginners. So it was a hard time for us to please her. Because whatever we used to do for the mother, it should be very perfect. And she was perfect incarnation. So once what happened that we did the gown for the mother, and I asked Prembai to paint. He painted, but he painted on the other side. So instead of painting on the front side, he painted everything on the back side. And when he came and showed me in my room, I said, hey, what you have done? You have done everything on the back side. He said, Hare, now what to do? Then we went to Vasudhaben. And Vasudhaben immediately understood what the problem was. And she said, oh, nothing to bother about it. Now you do it in front side. It was only 8 days were remaining for us to finish up so that mother can put it on the darshan day. So Prem Bhai, day and night he did it and he finished. And it was our turn to make it ready and give it to the mother 2-3 days before the darshan. So we made everything ready and Vasudhaben took it to the mother, and when she gave it to the mother, mother also looked little here and there and she said, she just made a remark like that with the eyes, what? Both the sides? People generally do difficultly with one side, these 2 sides they are done, and she understood what problem we had made it.
Was that wrongly cut?
And another incident with Vasudhaben, she used to be very loving but very strict. So once somebody's gown we had taken and we were embroidering. After finishing the embroidery, we were doing the cutting. The cutting was done in Castellini because we had a big table there. So while cutting, Jaishree by mistake, she cut both the sides same. Now after cutting, we saw that it was a great mistake. Now what to do? Because all embroidery gown, everything was ready, only the back portion problem. Then we went to Vasudhaben. First we called Prembai. Prembai said, no, nothing to worry. You rafu the whole thing and I will do the painting, you do embroidery over it. So nothing will be seen. So in the evening we went because we had to ask Vasudhaben everything because she is in charge of the thing. So we went to Vasudhaben and we said that Vasudhaben, we used to tell her Akka, she said, why this whole battalion has come today because 6 of us were there. So she said, any problem? Then I said, yes, by mistake this has happened. So she said, who has done this? Now we had decided from the house only that we will tell that it is Chunibhai who has done it. Because to boys she will not scold so much. To us she will scold like anything. So we said that it is Chunibhai who has done it. She looked at all of us and said, oh no, Chunibhai has not done it. I could see that. It is this one. Then she pointed out at Jaishree and said, it is you have done it. I know that. So, and then she said that, we said, Akka, what is to be done? She said, what is to be done? You again do the whole thing, neck also, the whole thing you do it. Only 5-6 days were remaining. So no seeing day, no seeing night. Day and night we finished. Now the problem was Vasudhaben's department people. Because nobody used to do it behind, like this. So, and as soon as Vasudhaben gave to the mother, mother looked in both the ways and she understood what had happened. So she smiled. then when the gown went for washing, somebody from Vasudaben's department said, hey, you people are very funny. You have done at the backside only. How you can do like this? I said, is there any rule for you people that you have to do whatever you do only we have to do it? Why not? Why can't we do something else? So she remained quiet. But the thing was that we had done the mistake. After that, when I told one of my friend whose mother's birthday gown was that, so I told her that, she said, hey, you people had a very good idea. You did like a garland in the back also. Very nice. Nobody does like that, you know. I remained quiet. After 1 week, I said, it was not intentionally done, it was unintentionally done, everything. So, this is, Vasudaben used to be very strict, but she used to be very loving. She will correct you like anything.
Tell about, you say, bath salt.
And you know, we used to get bath salt for the mother from Japan. And always, my mother used to like that bath salt very much. So once we got a big packet, and down something was there in that packing box also, something had fallen down. So Jaishiben, being the youngest, no, she liked that, all these things very much. So she said that the down portion, we can take it away. The whole box we will give it, send it to the mother. I said, no, whatever comes for the mother, we have to give it to the mother. If mother gives, it is okay, but we cannot say like that. So we sent the whole thing as it is. And afternoon when mother was taking bath, Vasudaben put that bath salt in it. And she said, mother, Vasudaben said, hey, no, nothing should be taken out when it is for the mother. Nobody should have an idea also to take out anything from that. So then she had taken out those things which was with the dust. She said that, mother, this is there, and they have sent the parcel as it is. So mother said, doesn't matter, that down portion you put it in today's bath only. So that was the mother's way of doing things.
The chocolate.
Like that, you know, when somebody sent a lot of chocolates. So Joseph said, mother doesn't eat chocolate, so we can have something. I said, no, you cannot have it. Let mother do whatever mother likes. And as soon as I gave it to Vasudaben said, hey, no thinking of having anything whenever it is comes for the mother. Whether she eats or it doesn't, it's not your business.
This past year, we lost 3 people, Amal, Ved Prakash, and Hutaben.
Yeah.
Do we have some memories of any of them?
Yes, Hutaben's memory I have got. Because formerly, whenever she used to go to the mother, she used to take me because she cannot handle so many things. Because she used to do recording and she used to have the mother's Savitri written things also. So she used to tell me that you come and leave me up till the mother's door. So I said, okay. And once it so happened that we could not see mother for almost 2 years, 1.5 to 2 years. So we were talking among ourselves in my house that, hey, mother must have forgotten, you know, mother has so many children. She has not seen us since more than 2 years. I think she must have forgotten. This was the talk at home. Then that day when I went with Uta, she said that today you are coming with me inside when mother is there. Then I said, no, I won't come like that. She said, no, I'm telling you that you should come, you should come. So I said, okay. Just 2 days before only this talk was there, the mother must have forgotten. So there is a connecting door between this mother's room and interview room. And she used to take interviews there in interview room. So as I was sitting there with my another friend and Huta. Then as soon as the door opened, mother shouted from the door only, Usha! And just looked at me in such a manner. So I had forgotten, no? Because only I understood and mother, but everybody said, why mother shouted like this? And with so much familiarity, Shah, like this he said, and the way of looking, what? I had forgotten, no?
We have a question. What tips would you like to give to junior sadhaks
It's a difficult question for me because I never blame the juniors, I blame the seniors. Because seniors are responsible if the juniors are not going in the right direction, because we people are not an example. There was one meeting with Alok Pandey and so many others were there. Also they had asked, Ushaben, you want to say anything? I said, I have got only one thing to say. I never blame the younger ones, I blame the elders, because we are not example. In our days, our elders were such an example that we cannot even utter one word. Whatever they used to tell us, everything they used to follow in toto.
And another question, how a new sadhak should take up the spiritual life? If mother is not in the physical body,
Yes.
so many new people are coming.
Yes. I personally feel sometimes they feel the missing gap, and I understand them. But if the right attitude is there, it used to make a difference, I must accept it, when mother was physically present. Because as soon as you go near her, no, she used to understand everything. You are not to bother, you are not to say anything to her. And automatically she will work out. Whatever is a defect in your nature, whatever their difficulties. Here that problem is they are facing. The younger ones are facing that problem now. Because no elders can give the guidance, no elders is example in toto, and no elders have the time for the younger ones. Everybody is so busy in themselves. In our time, all the elders used to take us so much in confidence.
Tell something about Bulada, how he used to take us.
And I had seen Bulada were tackling very nicely in everything. Because, whenever he would say anything, he would be the first person to put into practice. And even if he scolds, afterwards we will come to know, very lovingly, after a few minutes only we'll say, it's for your good that I am telling. And we could understand that it is for our good that he is telling. And very frequently, whenever something, because I was a newcomer and very young, younger to him by more than 35 years. Then whenever he used to tell me anything, he would just say, remember for what you have come. I, being young girl of 25, I never understood for quite some time that why in everything he is telling like this. Then one day, I purchased something which I had 4 annas with me, and as soon as he saw that I had purchased of my own, he immediately said, remember for what you have come. I just said, for 4 annas, I have to remember for what I have come. Then he made me sit and said, whatever has been given from the ashram, that only you are supposed to use. If you have got money, you have to give it to the mother. You cannot use for yourself.
And how did Pradyot help you?
Every Sunday, Pradyota used to go to the mother. And after this Sunday meeting with the mother, I used to tell him that you come. So he used to come to my house, and 2 of our friends, so 3 of us will sit and hear everything from him. So those were the days when mother used to talk to him so many things. And whatever is possible for him to relate to us, he used to tell us. And he used to tell me especially that since you have taken this life, you are educated, so your responsibility is more. And I am telling you these things because in your life it will be useful to you. And he used to have many types of questions with the mother, and many people's things he used to take. So once when he went to the mother, we had come from Calcutta, and so many people had sent so many messages. So as soon as he was sitting near the mother, and he started telling something, and suddenly mother said, you keep quiet. So he kept quiet. Mother said, no, I'm not telling you. All those people who have given the messages, they are coming and telling, tell this to the mother. So I said, you people remain quiet, so let Pradyot be alone with me.
Chunibhai, what else do you remember? Tell us a little bit. We haven't heard from you.
All we were both together, so all what has happened, Ushaben and she can tell you. I was working under Mr. Madhavji, and he used to trust in me and give me all freedom. He used to give all freedom, and he help in all respects.
And before Chunibhai joined, mother called Madhav and said that remember, Chunilal is very, very honest. Because he used to be in charge of Castellini and all money matters and everything would be there. So mother called him and said, Madhav, remember one thing, Chunilal is very, very honest.
What memories do you have of Madhav?
Madhav.
Madhav Pandit?
Madhav ने कोई memory सुनी?
I tell you a very interesting thing. I used to collect money from the guests and take it to the office. Because I used to take whatever money I needed, I used to take from him. And whatever collection was there, I would give it him. Then once I said, shall I take from what I have collected? He said, no, there is occult reason. There is occult reason. That's why money has to come here, and whatever expenses you want, take from here. So that remember is there. And then he used to be very loving and very helpful and always cooperative.
I'd like to thank you both.
I want to tell you one thing.
Yes, please.
2 days before, I read in agenda. Then I just tell the kids, Aurobindo and the mother, they were together, and Aurobindo said that the whole humanity is not cooperating. Then mother just heard and then said, Supreme also said that I am not having anything, no consciousness, nothing. Nothing is happening to me. Then mother said, before a long time, I have seen something in you. In one corner, there is grumbling. So this grumbling is with everybody, every humanity. Because of that grumbling, Aurobindo cannot do his work. It was very interesting. So every one of us have that grumbling.
Somewhere in the corner, the grumbling is there.
Then she said that you must tell you, Lord, you know everything. It is you have to do everything.
I have another question. If you would share your experience with Mother while you were doing translation of letters written by other sadhaks.
Once it so happened that I was doing the staircase and somebody came and scolded me very badly. So I was a newcomer, I felt very sad and I had tears in my eyes and it had fallen on the carpet. So that day afternoon, somebody went upstairs and said, Usha, what's wrong with you? You have got cold? I said, yes, a little cold. Because I didn't say, I had wept so much. So afternoon when Juman Bhai and Mother, they were coming down, Mother stood near on the staircase and she said, who has done the staircase today? So Juman Bhai was very much surprised. Never she asked that question, why today something? So she said, Mother, Usha has done it. She just smiled and said, it's okay. So see, in our time that much was everything whatever has happened, and I would not have come to know if she had asked that question. But 2 days after, there was a darshan day, and we were going in a long queue. As soon as, before 4 or 5 people were there, she saw me like this from the chair and she started giving so much broad smile. I said, what is the matter? Then when I went down, Buddha said that, is there anything happened? Mother was asking who has done the staircase today. Like that she was asking Duman. I just smiled, I didn't say anything.
Another question was, have you gone back to your house at any time?
Never, never. Never in 55 years, not up till Madras. Because our elders used to teach us like that only, and mother also, we knew it, she never likes you to go, for people to go out. Even when the father became sick, mother became sick, she wrote a letter to me, if you will stay here, I can work through you. If you will go, your mother and parents will be happy that my child has come, but what I can do, you cannot do. So write a letter to your father like this, that she wrote to me also what to write in a letter. And send it to him with my special blessings. The letter reached that day afternoon, my father passed away. Very peacefully. Because all these years he used to remember, please ask Usha to come once, I want to see her, I want to see her. And I never went. So I had written to the mother, Mother, I don't want to go, I know whatever is to be done, you will do. So she said, you need not go, you write like this a letter and special blessings. After 4 o'clock, they put it, when they received the blessing packet, they put under his pillow, 4 o'clock, without remembering me, because I used to always pray to the mother, let them not remember me at the last moment, they must remember you only. So both the cases of my mother and father, she did like that.
Did you ever go back, Chunibhai, to your home?
I had one problem. My father said that if he comes, then only I will be able to go. Then I asked Nalinida, Dhimanbhai, and all elders. They said, no, Chunibhai, you go. It's all right. You go and meet them once. So I went. I stayed for 10, 15 days.
15 days.
15 days, and then I came back. But I never felt happy there. Always atmosphere of money, material. And immediately I went there, I wrote to Ushaben that nobody wants God here.
How to stay in this world? He said, nobody wants God, everybody wants money.
So that's it. And I asked before once, my uncle was not well, so I wrote to my mother that, Mother, my uncle is not well and he would like to see me. He said, there is no need of his going, send my blessing. I sent blessing. I didn't go. Even for my mother and father also, I never went. My mother very strongly told that you are required for the ceremony. I said, nothing doing, whatever is to be done, we will do here. So we went to the mother, mother was not there, but we went upstairs and prayed, and then we distributed some
chocolates to the kindergarten.
Or KG.
So that's all. That is what we used to do.
That is our
Once my uncle used to have kid, his mother passed away. So he told mother, I want to go and see my mother. Mother said, why you want to go? Her soul has already come to me.
What do you remember about the service tree? Planting the service tree was before you came.
Before we came. And once on my birthday, this was the time that we used to give flowers to Nalinida and he will take it upstairs. So that day when I went to give the flowers, Nalinida said, no, you go yourself, mother is there, you give it to her yourself only. I said, okay. Then I went upstairs and with me my one friend was there. So mother, the big table is there, no, upstairs, there she used to stand. And there used to be one small box in which Aurobindo and mother's symbol used to be kept. So she asked me, Usha, do you have my symbol? I said, no mother, I don't have it. Then Champaklal was by the side, so she told Champaklal, give her my symbol. And Champaklal gave in mother's hand. Now that symbol pin was a bit tight. And I could see that mother is making a lot of effort to open that. So, from the heart of my heart, I say that how difficult it is for the mother to open this. I understood it is me only. And she was trying her level best to open, And Champaklal said, Mother, shall I give you another one? And then she said, no, I will open this only. And seeing that, she looked at my eyes and looked at my face. So there, I was praying that, Mother, let it not be so hard that it gives you so much trouble to open it. As soon as it came from my heart, she understood it, she smiled. Whatever she wanted to convey, then she took that pin. I had put on salwar kameez, so she put her hand inside my kameez and she pinned it, and she put one rose in it. And while putting that finger also, that I'm putting my finger on your heart, so you remember that. That was the way of looking and making you understand everything.
I remember one thing about service tree. All the branches were coming very low. So people started complaining that it hurts, or mother said, no, you must take care and then go. You don't need to cut this service tree. Then afterwards they put a support, made it little higher.
Yes, and I remember also that that when they complained about the branches hitting in the head, Mother said they must learn how to bow.
Yeah.
Correct.
And if you are getting hurt, that means you are not conscious. You become conscious, bow down a little, bow your head, and nothing will happen to you.
Thank you both so much.
You're welcome.
It is more than a pleasure, it is a blessing for us to hear these recollections of yours after so many years in the ashram. Thank you.
Thank you.